guys, welcome to Technical Jyoti. In this video, we are going to learn what is OSLC. So let's see with a live demo what is OSLC. Please do like, share and subscribe to this video as your all like and subscription actually helps this video to reach to more of the people who are working in IBM ELM, ALM, PLM and OSLC field and rank it better with YouTube algorithm. So please do it. It's really important. Thank you. What is OSLC? Full form of OSLC is Open Services for Lifecycle Collaboration. OSLC is an open community originally proposed in 2008 to define a set of specifications that enable integrations of software development. It has evolved and continues to evolve to areas such as application lifecycle management, product lifecycle management, IT operations, and more. The intention is to make life easier for tools, users, and tool vendors by making it easier for tools to work together. The OSLC specifications build on the W3 Resource Description Framework, which is RDF, linked data, and REST, enabling integrations at data level via links between related resources. OSLC resources are defined in terms of RDF platform properties. Operations on resources are performed using HTTP. OSLC also specifies user interface techniques to enable preview, creations and selections of links. So let's understand what is Resource Description Framework. The Resource Description Framework is a World Wide Web consortium standard originally designed as a data model for metadata. It has come to be used as a general method for descriptions and exchange of graph data. RDF provides a variety of syntax, notations, and data. So, RDF is a directed graph composed of triple statements, and RDF graph statement is represented by first one. It will represent by a node for the subject. Second one, an arc that goes from a subject to an object for the predicate, and third one, a node for the object. So you can understand from this diagram. Now, each of the three parts of the statement can be identified a uniform resource identifier. Object can also be a literal value. So the technologies which we are using in OSLC are Resource Description Framework, Linked Data and REST. So we have already looked for the Resource Description Framework, right? So RDF data model is similar to classical concept modeling approaches such as entity relationships or class diagram. It is based on the idea of making statements about resources in expressions of the form subject, predicate, object, known as triples. The subject denotes the resources of the predicate denotes the traits or aspects of the resource and expresses a relationship between the subject and the object. So let's understand with an example. So one way to represent a notion is the sky has the color blue in RDF is as a triple, right? A subject denoting the sky, a predicate denoting has the color and an object denoting blue. Therefore, RDS uses subject instead of object or entity in contrast to the typical approach of an entity attribute value model in object oriented design. Entity sky, attribute as a color and value as a blue. So let's understand linked data. So in computing, linked data is structured data. So linked data is in structured data which is interlinked with other data. So it becomes more useful through semantic queries. So let's understand what is semantic queries. So semantic queries enables the retrieval of both explicitly and implicitly derived information based on synthetic, semantic and structural information contained in data. It builds upon standard web technologies such as HTTP, RDF and URIs. But rather than using them to serve web pages only for human readers, it extends them to share information in a way that can be read automatically by computers. Part of the vision of linked data is for the internet to become a global database. Now, third one is REST. So, REST full form is representations state transfer. Is a software architecture style that was created to guide the design and development of the architecture for the World Wide Web. Now, understand Eclipse Lyo. So, the Eclipse Lyo project is focused on providing an SDLC tool to enable adoption of OSLC specifications. So, if you have to develop anything, so you can use the Eclipse Lyo when you want to integrate with different OSLC applications, right? So, Lyo is designed to be a companion to the continuing specification efforts of the OSLC community. Its main purpose is to expand adoptions of OSLC specifications and to enable the Eclipse communities to easily build OSLC compliant tools, right? So let's understand OSLC with an example how we can use OSLC API. So first of all, if you want to use OSLC API, the first step will be you need to get the root services. So from root services, you get some APIs. So I will remove this admin and I will put here root services. So this you can perform for each application wherever you want data, wherever whichever from whichever application you want the OSLC APIs, then you need to perform the same way. Like instead of CCM, it will be DNG, that is RM, or it will be a QM, right? So just need to replace this one, this application name, and after that you need to put slash root services. So one root services file downloaded. I have already opened it in my Notepad++. So let's check it. So here you will understand. It will contain some already by default some APIs, right? Friends, and then you can also use one API, that is who am I, like who has logged into this application, you will get it from this API. Similarly, there is lots of APIs, like after that you need to go to catalog and all those things for getting the project area, right? If you want to get the history of this application, then you can use this API. Same way, if you want to get the list of the project area, you can hit over this. So let's understand with one example. I will explain you in the upcoming videos how to use it for the other project areas, how you can get it the work items and all the attributes from the different applications. So, but in this video, I'm only going to explain how we can call this OSLC API. So let's understand this within one example, that is HTTP, this who am I API. That means who has logged in this to this application. So first I will going to hit it over the browser and I will get the response, right? So I am logged into this application. That's why I got this user ID, right? Now next we can also do this testing with a Postman API, right? You can do it with coding also. In the upcoming video, I can explain you how we can implement it, the OSLC thing, and how we can integrate it with different applications. But in this video, we're just going to understand what is OSLC and how we can use the OSLC APIs. So let's check it with the one of the REST client. I'm using one REST client, that is Insomnia. So here in the get, it is in get API. So put this thing, and I'm using basic auth. So depending upon your applications, you can use it accordingly if you have token based authentication or OAuth based authentications. So accordingly you can put it. Now in the headers you need to pass these three things, that is content type, which will be this one, OSLC core, and accept as application RDF XML format. You know, we understand that OSLC will retrieve data in the RDF form, right? So in this way, you need to provide this headers, and let's click on send. You will get 200 response, right? Currently, it is showing not the exact result just because I have not enabled the certificate. There is some issue with my application. So in the same way, you can do it with your application. Thank you.